Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I offer my humble obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye. Before reciting Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Nandarayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. By regular attendance in the classes on Srimad-Bhagvatam and by rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Guruve Gaura Chandraye Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Vipada Santuta Shashva Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yatsyat Apunar Bhavadarshanam. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Granth Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9. Prahlad Maharaj pacifies Lord Nrsingadev with his prayers. And we were discussing yesterday that how the Lord is all-pervasive. So we were discussing this all-pervasive conception of the Lord. Where does God live? Where does He reside? So we discussed that point in great detail yesterday. That how He is present everywhere, but there is higher levels of understanding. How He is present in the heart, how He is present in the deity, and then Goloka Vrindavan, etc. So let's study the next verse, text number 49, chapter 9, canto 7. Naite gunana gunino mahat adayo ye sarve manaha prabhrityaha sahadeva mrityaha adyantavanta urgaya vindati tvam evam vimrishya sudhiyo virmanti shabdat. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Neither the three modes of material nature, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna, nor the predominating deities controlling these three modes, nor the five gross elements, nor the mind, nor the demigods, nor the human beings can understand your lordship, for they are all subjected to birth and annihilation. Considering this, the spiritually advanced have taken to devotional service. Such wise men hardly bother with Vedic study. Instead, they engage themselves in practical devotional service. Purport. As stated in several verses, Bhaktya Mam Abhijananti. Only by devotional service can the Supreme Lord be understood. The intelligent person, the devotee, does not bother about the practices mentioned in text 46, Maunavrata, Shruta, Tapo, Dhyana, Swadharma, etc. After understanding the Supreme Lord through devotional service, such devotees are no longer interested in the studies of the Vedas. Indeed, this is confirmed in the Vedas also. The Vedas say, Kim artha vayam adhyeshyamahe, Kim artha vayam vakshyamahe, What is the use of studying so many Vedic literatures? What is the use of explaining them in different ways? Vayam vakshamahe. No one needs to study any more Vedic literatures, nor does anyone need to describe them by philosophical speculation. Bhagavad Gita also says, Yada te, Bhagavad Gita 2.52 also says, Yada te moha kalilam buddhir vyati tarishyati tada gantasi nirvedam shrotavyasya shrutasya cha. When one understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead by executing devotional service, one ceases the practice of studying the Vedic literature. Elsewhere it is said, Aradhito yadi haris tapasa tatha kim. If one can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead and engage in his service, there is no more need of severe austerities, penances, and so on. However, if after performing severe austerities and penances, one does not understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, such practices are useless. Hare Krishna. Such a beautiful verse by Sri Prahlad Maharaj, the topmost devotee, Bhakti Shiromani Prahlad Maharaj. We say that every day. So what Prahlad Maharaj is saying, that one must engage in practical devotional service. All three words are very, very important. Devotional service is not just some sentiment. Oh, I love God. Oh, God is great. Oh, God is very dear to me. But what are we doing? If the husband says, oh, wife, you are great, and does nothing practical. If the wife says, oh, husband, you are great. You are this, you are that. But husband, can I get some food? No, you are great. No, some practical devotional service must be there. Like chanting, reading, hearing. When one loves someone, then one must engage in practical devotional service. That's a way to express that love, that feeling, that emotion. Whether it is making a garland for the lawn, whether it is bathing the lawn, whether it is reading Bhagavatam, whether it is preaching, sharing books, sharing prasadam, deity worship, even cleaning of the temple, all these are practical ways. Prabhupada has given so many practical ways with which we can engage our mind, body, words, everything in a very, very practical way in devotional service. Prabhupada translates the word bhakti as devotional service. And to be more specific, practical devotional service. And Lord Brahma also says in Brahma Samhita, Vedeshcha durlabam adurlabam atma bhakto. By just studying the Vedas and just amassing knowledge in the head, one cannot understand Krishna. Adurlabam. Durlab means very difficult. Just by studying the Vedas and this commentary and that commentary and this speculation, that speculation, doing all these austerity, and still one may be confused. But if one simply studies as per the guidance of Guru Sadhu Shastra, the essence of scriptures, Vedeshcha sarver ahameva vedyo, from all the Vedas, Krishna says, I am to be known. And sometimes someone may do PhD thesis in some Vedic knowledge and thesis of Jiva Goswami, and still one may not come to the level of practical devotional service. Such so-called learning, Prabhupada is saying, is useless. Such austerity, which does not lead to bhakti, is useless. Such maunam, which does not lead to bhakti, is also useless. Any such practice, any that varnashrama dharma, maunam, tapa, jnana, anything which does not culminate in bhakti, na utpadye yadiratim shrama evahi kevalam. It is just futile labor. So the essence is given, Prahlad Maharaj is giving, is on bhakti. And the Supreme Lord can only be understood by the process of bhakti or devotional service. So many verses talk about the same point again and again. Prahlad Maharaj is really focusing on this bhakti point, taking shelter of Krishna. Then only we can understand him by his mercy. If we do our part by engaging in practical devotional service, then Krishna will choose to reveal himself to the right person. But by engaging in practical devotional service, we are showing that yes, Krishna, I really want you. Yes, I'm really eager to know you. I'm eager to serve you. I'm eager to love you. I'm eager. And then if we take one step, he'll come take 1,000 steps. His one step is equal to our millions of steps. So certainly he will shower his mercy. Any other comments, questions anyone has? Okay, so let's read the next verse. For those who have not read this week, I'll certainly encourage, please. Anyone would like to read who has not read this week so far? Yes, Gopal Prabhu. Please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes, you are audible, but if you can go a little closer to the mic, that would be even better.
Just a second, Prabhu.
And Prabhu, you can read the next one. Yeah, please raise your hand so I know who would like to read and who has not read. It really helps to get some better understanding. Yes, Gopal Prabhu, please go ahead.
Devotees, please accept my humble
Hare Krishna, Gopal Prabhu, there is some network issue. I'm so sorry. Are you speaking? I can't hear. Can others hear or is it just me?
Breaking, Prabhuji.
Gopal Prabhu, yeah, I'm sorry. The voice is not audible.
It's not audible, right?
When you say it's not audible, that word is audible. It's so interesting. That's Krishna's arrangement. Try now again. Okay, Ekant Prabhu, please.
Can I read, Prabhu?
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Text 50. Tate arthathama namaha suti karma pujaha karma smrita charanyo sravanam khatayam samsevatya vinit sat anagaya kim bhaktim jana parahasam gatulabhate. Translation. Therefore, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, the best of all persons, to whom prayers are offered, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, because without rendering 6 kinds of devotion service unto you, offering prayers, dedicating all the results of activities, worshipping you, working on your behalf, always remembering your lotus feet and hearing about your glories, who can achieve that which is meant for the Paramahamsas? Purport. The Vedas enjoin Nayam Atma Pravachena Labhayo na Midhya na Bhuvana Srutena. One cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead simply by studying the Vedas and offering prayers. Only by the grace of the Supreme Lord can understand Him. The process of understanding the Lord, therefore, is bhakti. Without bhakti, simply following the Vedic injunctions to understand the absolute truth will not be helpful at all. The process of bhakti is understood by the Paramahamsas, one who has accepted the essence of everything. The results of bhakti are reserved for such a Paramahamsa, and this stage cannot be obtained by any Vedic process other than devotion service. The other processes, such as jnana, yajnas and yoga can be successful only when mixed with bhakti. When we speak of yajna yoga, karma yoga, and dhyana yoga, the word yoga indicates bhakti. Bhakti yoga or buddhi yoga executed with intelligence and full knowledge is the only successful method for going back home, back to Godhead. If one wants to be liberated from the pangs of material existence, he should take to devotional service for quick attainment of this goal. Thank you, Prabhu. Back to you.
Thank you, Vikant Prabhu and Chakrika and their Jagannath. Very nicely all read. So Prahlad Maharaj is sharing, if we remember in the previous chapters, he has shared the 9 limbs of bhakti. As the topmost thing, his father asked, "Oh, my dear child, what did you learn in the school?" He said, "Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam Vandanam, Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam." The 9 limbs of bhakti. And if we kind of relate here, the 6 limbs are mentioned, but most of them are pretty similar. Let's study what are those 6 limbs here. Stuti, karma, puja. So firstly, he's offering his respectful obeisance, and then he is talking about, I offer my obeisance unto you because without rendering 6 kinds of devotional service. And what are those? Offering prayers. That's basically directly tied to vandanam, or offering prayers. Dedicating all results of activities. Karma. Karma si api asya devasya eko seva. In the the glories of Bhagavad Gita, there is only one activity. And what is that activity? That all our activities should be dovetailed to please Krishna. And thus we just now read, dharma sunishtita pumsam vishwak sena katha suya nautpadyad yadiratim shrama eva hi kevalam. If all our activities, maybe we may be doing the best kind of swadharma, but if it does not please Krishna, then it is waste. So activities should be dovetailed by dedicating the results of activities in the service of the Supreme Lord. So that means if we have a home, that home must certainly be used for Krishna conscious activities by building a temple, by inviting devotees, by hosting programs, by serving others. If we have children, we must engage them in Krishna conscious activities. If we have a job or business, the results of that, at least a portion of that, must be used for Krishna conscious activities by giving in charity, in temple construction, book distribution, prasad distribution, serving cows, brahmanas, etc. If we have a car should be used in Krishna service. Whatever we have is actually not mine, it's given by Krishna. If one has that kind of consciousness, then one can make nice spiritual progress. It is one of the limbs of bhakti. Worshipping you, archanam, worshipping Krishna's deities, or working on your behalf. Wow, isn't that nice? Karishyasi vachanam tvai. Arjuna also spoke in the Bhagavad Gita that I will do what you want me to do, not what I want to do. That's a big difference. When we surrender our free will to the will of the Supreme Lord, which manifests to the will of the spiritual master, then we are like a puppet, as Prabhupada says. Nachao, nachao, nachao se mate. I'm like a puppet. I want to be a puppet in your hands. That means to work on behalf of the Supreme Lord. But if I do as per own my mind and senses, my uncontrolled mind, uncontrolled senses, then I'm just acting as per my own direction. Arjuna in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita was acting as per his own direction and it was confused. Later he surrendered his will to the will of the Supreme Lord, and that's basically whole Bhagavad Gita. So working on Krishna's behalf. Always remembering Smaranam, that Prahlad Maharaj said before also, to remember Krishna, remembering his lotus feet, and hearing Shravanam. So these 6 are pretty much similar to those 9 limbs as well. So if we do these, bhakti means doing these, active devotional service. Shravanam is active, working on behalf of Krishna, active devotional service, remembering Krishna, doing offering prayers. For that, we have to memorize some prayers, dedicating our activities, giving in Krishna consciousness. All these are active devotional service. So by that, we can achieve great results. But if we do not do these basic limbs of bhakti, then just saying, "Oh Krishna, I love you, Krishna, you are great," it won't work out. Active devotional service. Again, that point is coming. Successful. It is the only successful method. So if you want to attain spiritual success, we have to execute that. Any other comments, questions, corrections anyone has?
Pranam Prabhu, all grace to Prabhupada. Dandavat Pranam everybody. So this charity reminds me of Maharaj Nriga. He comes in 10th canto, 64th chapter. He was very famous for just giving in charity. So much so that in text 12 he says, I gave in charity as many cows as there are grains of sand on the earth, stars in the heaven, or drops in a rain shower. And yet he gave one cow to one Brahmana. She wandered back, and by mistake he gave the same cow to another Brahmana. So this became an offense. He went in front of Yamarajas, and Yamaraja punished him for that. And in the end of this chapter, Prabhupada writes very beautifully commentary, saying that charity, just charity, one usually does for fame. But when we do charity in Krishna consciousness, then it is devotional service. Then it always takes us to, gets us detached from the results. And we are not bound into any karmic bad karma or any bad ill effect if the charity is done wrong. And we always come closer to Krishna's feet instead of thinking that becoming little proud later. Back to you, Prabhu. I just wanted to share that example. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay. Anyone else before we move on to the next verse? So Sudhir Prabhu has raised his hand. It's really a good way, helps me to know who has not read and who would like to read for this week. So please do so. So you can go ahead, Sudhir Prabhu, and if anyone else wants to read and you have not read for this week, please raise your hand. Yes, Sudhir Prabhu, please.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Text number 50. Tatre rahatatma nama stuti karma pujaha karma smatis charanyo sravanam khatayam samseva ya tvayi vinti sad angaya kim bhaktim jana paramahamsa gato labate. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhu, we just read this verse, I think.
Oh, we read 50? 51? Yeah. We are read? Oh, sorry, Prabhuji. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Sri Narada Vacha Etavad Varnita Guno Bhaktya Bhaktena Nirguna Praharadam Paran Pranatam Prito Yata Manyur Abhyastha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai. The great saint Narada said, thus Lord Narasimhadeva was pacified by the devotee Prahlad Maharaja with prayers offered from the transcendental platform. The Lord gave up his anger and being very kind to Prahlada, who was offering prostrated obeisances, he spoke as follows. Purport. The word nirguna is important. The Mayavadi philosophers accept the absolute truth as nirguna or nirankara. The word nirguna refers to one who possesses no material qualities. The Lord, being full of spiritual qualities, gave up all his anger and spoke to Prahlada. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, beautiful verse here. So as you explained about the like Navavidha Bhakti, so here with all this Prahlad Maharaja's nice recitation of the prayers, Narsimha now is now pacified. Of course, this is all Leela of the Lord Narsimha to show his love and devotion to his devotee Lord Prahlad Maharaj. So here Prabhupada is mentioning about the word nirguna. So nirguna is actually who possesses no material qualities. It's all spiritual qualities. Unlike some Mayavadi philosophers think that the Lord itself is nirguna or nirankara. He doesn't have any form. Of course, Lord is everywhere. If the way you see it, right? But the problem is, if following Mayavadi philosophers is that you go into the Brahma Jyoti and then you would always fall back. But with the bhakti process, it is very reciprocating, and we can reciprocate with the God with love and devotion as a friend or as a dasa, as a servant, as a paternal, as a lover. It's all so much service we can do. So in this day and age, one cannot be just doing meditation in this day and age. It is not recommended and it's not practical. Even Arjuna was said that this mind is chanchala. So if somebody is doing service all the time, either we are doing to the kids or parents, that is all good. But some people do it for the dogs, cats. I mean, if we can do the service to the lotus feet of the Lord, like pouring water to the roots, everyone gets it. To eating into the stomach, every part of the body gets it. So that's my understanding, Prabhuji. So having said this, the Lord, with full spiritual qualities, gave up his anger and started speaking to Prahlad Maharaja sweetly. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Please.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Lord gave up his anger, transcendental anger. His anger is not like my anger or some Tom, Dick, Harry's anger. He is above these material qualities. Nirguna does not mean he has no material quality or he has no qualities. It means he has no material qualities. He is not like any ordinary jiva getting angry. And that's what the title of this chapter is. Prahlad Maharaj pacifies Lord Nrsimhadev. So Prahlad Maharaj has been offering prayers until text number 50. And at this point, Narad Muni is saying that Lord was very, very happy. Because a lion is not angry with his children. Even though it may seem angry with the enemy, like the deer or the prey, but the same lion is very loving and kind. So Lord Nrsimhadev, the lion and the half man, half lion, is very, very kind and gentle to Prahlad. We read that and we saw that picture, how gently he was putting his hand on the head of Prahlad Maharaj. And the just picture, one picture before that, how ferociously he was killing all the demons. We saw that contrast also. One point which I kind of missed in the last verse, this process of bhakti, one can become Paramhamsa. And it reminds me of a Prabhupada pastime. Prabhupada was talking about the 12 Mahajans or the Paramhamsa. These are the great souls, Lord Shiva, Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, etc. And then one of the disciples said, Prabhupada, you are the 13th. So Prabhupada said, and you become the 14th. That means that we can also follow in that path, given by Prahlad Maharaj, the Shadvida Bhakti or the Navdha Bhakti, the hearing, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, all that process, the results of bhakti are reserved for such a Paramahamsa, and that stage cannot be obtained by any other Vedic process other than devotional service. So one cannot attain by any other way. And in Kali Yuga, we know the most efficient way, the most ripened way is chanting of the holy name, reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, associating with devotees, rendering some practical devotional service. Then one can also become Paramahamsa. And Prabhupada really wanted all of us to become pure devotees. That's the like the one of the postulates of ISKCON's mission, to make pure devotees. Prabhupada has mentioned that in so many ways. Basically, to make pure devotee means Paramhamsa, one who is free from this material contamination. And how can we become? Prahlad Maharaj is giving the process. The more sincerely we take to the process, the easier the journey would be, and the faster we will reach the goal. If I take it, callously or with a lot of slack, then it will be quite troublesome. Any other comments, questions anyone has? Any additions? Okay. Yes, Prabhu, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I just want to share that line. The results of bhakti are reserved for such a Paramahamsas. So the results of bhakti is, can you explain that a little bit more?
So let's first read the translation. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, I offer my obeisance unto you because without rendering 6 kinds of devotional service, the Shravanam, Kirtanam, etc., who can achieve that which is meant for the Paramhamsas? Okay. So in my limited capacity and understanding, the results of bhakti basically is the ultimate Krishna prem, sambandha, abhidheya, and prayojan. Bhakti process is the abhidheya process. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, etc. And the topmost fruit of bhakti, the result of bhakti referring to Krishna prem or prema pumartho mahan, is not cheap. A fool like me in a neophyte stage cannot experience that topmost rasa, the topmost joy, the topmost love which a Paramhamsa like Prahlad Maharaj is experiencing. So because I am not sincere, I am not following the process very, very sincerely, the devotional service, the way Prahlad Maharaj is. Therefore, the result I am not experiencing, that true result. But the Paramhamsas like Prabhupada, like Prahlad Maharaj, like great souls, they are experiencing the great result of bhakti. And what is the outcome of bhakti? The topmost pleasure. Right now, I have so much taste for the material pleasure. I want the tongue wants to taste something nice. The ears want to hear something nice. I'm thinking that material pleasures are giving me real pleasure. So I'm in a neophyte stage and trying to follow this, but not experiencing the true results, or just maybe some drops here and there. Sometimes as Krishna gives some, sample. But pure devotees are like Prahlad Maharaj, those great Paramhamsas are experiencing the true result. They're always in that ocean of bliss. That's why Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami is saying, don't give me just 2 years, give me thousands of years. I cannot experience so much joy. I do not know how much nectar these 2 words, Krishna, contain. Well, I speak Krishna, I feel okay, I feel happy, but really, I can theoretically say, give me thousands of, years and thousands of tongue. But to be honest, I do not really at this point experience that result. So, but Paramhamsas like, Goswamis, etc., they are experiencing that. But let's not be, hopeless, there is hope against hope. The more sincerely we do, the more we will experience that. The joy will increase. It all depends on how sincerely and seriously I take this process. That's my limited understanding. Prabhu, please add.
Thank you,
Anyone
Prabhu.
Does that clarify? Was that the question?
Yes,
Kind of?
yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Any additions? Any corrections? Okay, we do have time for one more verse. So let's read that and see what Narshing Dev spoke to Prahlad Maharaj. Would someone like to read who has not read this week? Lakshmi Mataji, please read if you feel comfortable.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna to all devotees. I'll try, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prakrada Bhadra Bhadramti Pritohamti Surotama Varam Vishwa Pimatam Kama Puro Smi Aham Nirnam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Prahlada, most gentle one, best of the family of the Asuras, all good fortune unto you. I am very much pleased with you. It is my pastime to fulfill the desires of all living beings. And therefore, you may ask from me any benediction that you desire to be fulfilled. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Bhakta Vatsala. The Supreme Personality who is very much affectionate to his devotees. It is not very extraordinary that the Lord offered his devotee all benedictions. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said in effect, I fulfill the desire of everyone. Since you are my devotee, whatever you want for yourself will naturally be given. But if you pray for anyone else, that prayer also will be fulfilled. Thus, if we approach the Supreme Lord or his devotee, or if we are blessed by a devotee, naturally we will automatically achieve the benedictions of the Supreme Lord. Yashya prasadat bhagavat prasadaha. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur says that if one pleases the Vaishnava spiritual master, all of one's desire will be fulfilled. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, you can explain it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Very nicely you read. And this is the verse spoken by Sri Bhagavana. That is, Lord Nrsimhadev here is telling Prahlad Maharaj that Bhadram The. First, he is offering all good fortune to his dear child, Prahlad Maharaj. And he's very, very pleased. He's very, very pleased. If the Lord is pleased with someone, what more can be, asked? What more one can ask for or imagine in life? The Lord is pleased by what? By practical devotional service of Prahlad. Prahlad Maharaj was an epitome of all the limbs of bhakti actually. Smaranam in particular, but he was always absorbed in thoughts of Kṛṣṇa, having full faith in Kṛṣṇa. He is doing such wonderful prayers. He was preaching. He was doing active devotional service. He was very, very kind and gentle to everyone, even to his demoniac father. All these are great attributes of practical devotional service, which please the Lord. Then, the Lord wants to give something in reciprocation. Oh, my dear child, ask for some varam. Lord's name is Varadraj also, the one who gives the king of benediction, or one who can give any benediction. So just imagine if the Supreme Lord, the Master of all, who has infinite wealth, infinite beauty, infinite opulence, infinite fame, is asking Prahlad Maharaj, what do you want? If that Lord comes in front of us, what will we ask? Oh, give me $1 million. Oh my, I'm struggling with my job. Make me the CEO of this company. So we'll see what Prahlad Maharaj asks later. But at this point, the Lord is very pleased, and Prabhupada makes a very nice statement. If we approach the Supreme Lord or his devotee, very important point, or if we are blessed by a devotee, naturally we automatically achieve all the benedictions of the Supreme Lord. So blessings of the devotees are also very, very powerful. Now the question comes, how do blessings come? Blessings not come by, oh, Prabhu, please pray for me, please bless me, please do this for me, please do that. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj says that, okay, one may say, please bless me. But a junior devotee may say to senior devotee, Prabhu, please bless me. Mataji, please bless me. That's fine. And a senior Vaishnava will naturally have kind feelings and be a well-wisher. But Maharaj mentions that blessings naturally outpour. Naturally, they outpour when we render sincere devotional service. So here, seeing the sincere service of Prahlad did not say, now I have done a lot for you, give me blessings. Give me some vara. Prahlad didn't ask for it. The Lord naturally wants to give something because the Lord is so happy. So similarly, if we please Guru, if we please senior Vaishnavas, blessings, natural, blessings, prayers, good fortune will pour out from their heart if we render sincere service. And that's what we have to be greedy for. We do our part, sincere devotional service, and naturally they will bless us. Naturally they'll pray for us that may this child become more sincere in bhakti. Oh Lord, give him more bhakti. Oh Lord, always protect his Kṛṣṇa consciousness. They will naturally pray if we show our sincerity. So blessings are very powerful. Spiritual master is pleased, Kṛṣṇa is pleased. If devotees is pleased, Kṛṣṇa is pleased. And how they'll be pleased? If we execute their instructions with all our best abilities. Yes, Prabir, Prabhus, or anyone wants to speak? Any other comments, questions? Anything before we stop for today? So we still have 3 more verses. So I don't think we'll be able to complete it today. We'll do that in near future. And as you know, on Saturdays and Sundays, we do in the morning at 9 a.m. EST. So in case someone is joining relatively new. And tomorrow, actually today is Hira Panchami. It's a festival in, 4 or 5 days after Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra. And a very, very special guest, His Grace Prashad Mukund Prabhu, will be coming tomorrow morning and sharing about the glories of Hira Panchami. So please come, invite your friends also. There'll be a lot of devotees and it'll be amazing to hear from him. He's a very, very nice speaker, very, very senior Vaishnava. So we are very, very blessed that he'll be coming. And then day after, His Grace Shaman Prabhu. So we will meet again tomorrow at 9 a.m. EST, and that's exactly almost after 12 hours from now. Okay, so we will stop here and continue tomorrow. Grantraj, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Shri Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Bhakta Shramani Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.